Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Paste Studios. We are now live with Cloves. Thank you so much for being here.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for taking the time to do it. I know you've got a hectic tour schedule happening right now. You've got the Exponential Fest tomorrow, before Sylvan Esso, before David Byrne. That's going to be a ton of fun. And then the Panorama Festival on Saturday. So, yeah, thanks for taking the time to do this.
Of course. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to do 3 songs today. 2 of them are going to be off One Big Nothing, which is coming out in September on Interscope.
Yeah.
And then there's a cover, which I won't ruin the surprise. I'll let you introduce that one when the time comes.
Okay.
So what are you going to do first?
This first song is called Better Now. And it's basically about, I had a boyfriend for like 3 years. And it got to that point in the relationship where you just know in your gut that something is wrong and it's not quite working anymore. But there is just a certain comfortability that becomes routine in your life, and then you don't really know how to get out without breaking down all those things you've built. Like, you've built relationships with their family, you've built, like, we were living together, and all these like commitments become quite binding and make you feel like you have to stay. And so it's about that like conversation in your head, whether you think, should I give up those things and be uncomfortable, or should I just stay unhappy?
In this case, in the actual case in your life, what ended up happening? Did you?
No, I left.
Good for you. So no compromise there at all.
No,
All right.
not in the end.
Well
it took
done.
a while, but I worked it out.
We'd love to hear it.
Great. This is Better Now. Then I hear you leave, and I'm happy. Just for a moment I'm free. Then it dawns on me that no time has passed, and I won't last, and I'm getting nowhere fast, and that's a fact. 3 years to the night, saw what I was really like, and start with a kiss and end with a fight. 3 years come and go, acting like you didn't know that I have lost my head. Woo-hoo. So I know that you have your doubts. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo, you know me. But I swear that I'm better now. Can you honestly live without me? 'Cause you'll miss the fire I breathe. You can't disagree. Yeah, 3 years to the night, saw what I was really like. Now start with a kiss and end with a fight, and I love a fight. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo, you know me. So I know that you have your doubts. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo, you know me, yeah. But I swear that I'm better now. And you got snitches from me, and you know that I'm guilty. You said settle down, and I said get the fuck out and burn your pictures of us. I love it when you acting tough. I'll never be good enough. I'm just too much. Woo-hoo. Woo-hoo. You know me. So I know that you have your doubts. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo. Hell no, me, baby. But I swear I'm better now. I'm better to you now. I'm better now. I'm better now. Yeah, yeah. Better now. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. That sounded great.
Oh, thank you.
So I was sort of learning about this record, read something that you said about how, I mean, the majority of these songs were played live on stage and tracked live, and you got a chance to find out more about the songs as they were played in a live context, that you added elements, subtracted elements, changed the arrangement. Does what we're doing today play a role in the learning about these songs? And do you find out more things about it when you arrange like this?
Yeah, definitely, in a way. I mean, I think because a lot of the songs were played, like we didn't have a big studio setup when I was making the album. We were in a shed, a shed in Reading, which is just out of London. And so it was me, a guy called Ed, and a guy called Ian, and we all sat in a shed together. And Ian played guitar, I sang, and Ed did a lot of production, and we all worked on the arrangement. And it wasn't really like, we didn't have that flexibility that you get when you're in a live music setting, because you could just quickly jump out and change something. So it became very like, you have to imagine a lot of it in your head. And so once you played all of the songs in a live band context, it was really interesting to see how people reacted to different sections. And then you were like, oh, you know what we should do is we should change this and we should do that. And it just helped, I think, a lot of the songs evolve.
How does the arrangement that you're playing here today in the studio, how does this compare to what people are going to see at Exponential tomorrow and what people will see at Panorama on Saturday?
It's quite different. It's definitely different. I think for me, like, I wanted the record to feel really big and really bold and quite blunt, because I'm like quite blunt as a human, and I felt like I really wanted it to represent me in sonics, basically, and have that kind of attitude about it. And so, yeah, so it's a little bit like bigger and bolder, and I love an outro, I love an intro, and this is kind of like a very stripped back version.
So no cajon and tambourine at Exponential.
A little tambourine, but no cajon. The cajon is a new addition since today.
Nice. Well, this arrangement sounds great. We really appreciate you coming and taking time to do this and share these songs with us. Can you tell us a bit about the second one you're going to do? Is this the cover, or is this another original from the upcoming record?
And it's by Mazzy, who is like one of my favorite bands of all time. So I always feel like I always love this song so much, so I just want to sing it, you know?
We've been, this is a side note, neither kind of sort of here and there, but Hope Sandoval, if for some reason you're watching this right now, we've been trying hard to get her into the studio. I believe it will happen at some point. Hope, if you are somehow...
If you're watching, Rusty, hi.
Yeah.
I love you.
The sound check sounded outstanding. I love this song. Everybody loves this. You can't not love this song. So we're looking forward to hearing it.
Thank you. This is Fade Into You. I wanna hold the hand inside you. I wanna take the breath that's true. Yeah. I look to you and I see nothing. I look to you to see that truth. Fade into you. Strange you never knew. Fade. I think it's strange you never knew. A stranger's heart goes out slowly. A stranger's heart without a home. Hey, yeah. I looked at you and I seen that pain. Hey, yeah. I looked to you to see that truth. Hey, yeah. Fade into you. Strange you never knew. Fade I think it's strange you don't know. Fade and do. I think it's strange that you never knew.
That sounded great. Thanks for doing that.
Thanks, of course.
That's, I mean, it makes me glad to know that, that song was probably released before you were born, I would suspect, right?
I feel like it was like 94.
94. Yeah. And I'm not sure when you were born, but that seems
96.
accurate. Yeah. And the fact that that resonates with you in a similar way to how, I was 12 in 1994, and that hit me hard. I was just starting to pay attention to things, and Hope and that band, it's such a good song. And Hope looks the way that she looks, which is undeniable, especially to a 12-year-old person. And that hits so hard in 94 for me, and I just love it that it hits the same way for you. And thanks for playing that song.
Yeah, of course. I think it's just like one of those songs that has so much feeling in it that it just hits you every time,
Yeah.
It's the perfect, like, driving in your car, windows down, miserable, just like driving. It's the perfect song.
Lens flare, Pacific Coast Highway, maybe.
Exactly,
Yeah, it feels like one of those songs that's just been around forever.
Yeah.
So thanks for sharing it.
Thanks.
So the third song that you're going to do today is another original off One Big Nothing, which is coming out in September on Interscope. And can you tell us a bit about that one?
Well, this song I wrote like maybe 2 years ago now, and it's about being in a place where you don't really feel like you necessarily like who you're becoming. You're like hanging around people that maybe aren't good for you. You feel like maybe you're being easily influenced, and you're getting to that place where one of the lyrics from the song is, I don't like my face or how I'm turning out. And it's about that feeling where you need to check yourself for a minute and be like, okay, what do I want? Like, who do I want to be? And yeah, that's what it's about. This is California Now. I never get to bed 'cause the city's too loud. And it can break the best, and it'll run you out of town. Yeah, I'm just a face in the crowd. You took a lovely ride. I'm California now, and I'm damaged by the sun. If you could only see me now, you could hear the punchline. That I don't like my face or how I'm turning out. Yeah, or how I'm turning out. Yeah, and I am in over my head or how I'm turning out. Or how I'm turning out. You said change your name, 'cause it's the price you paid down. And I don't wanna hand out. And hey, hey, she's a beautiful waste. And I would be afraid now, maybe it'll work out. And hey, hey, I'm just a face in the crowd. Alright, I'm California now, and I'm damaged by the sun. If I could only see me now, you could hear the punchline. That I don't like my face, or how I'm turning out. Yeah, or how I'm turning out. Yeah, and I am in over my head, or how I'm turning out. How I'm turning out. In 5 nights I'm still awake. I know it's never gonna end. To wash the streets clean of blood, plead to the jury and your judge. And all I wanted was a taste, and nothing's ever worth the wait. And will I ever get that flight? Photos only staying for the night, and I'm in over my head. Yeah. No, I don't like my face, or how I'm turning out. Hey, how I'm turning out. Yeah, yeah. And I am in over my head, or how I'm turning out. Yeah, yeah, or how I'm turning out.
All right, Cloves, thank you so much for coming through and sharing these songs. And on the left side of your screen, Corey Boyd on bass, and on the right, Andrew Schindler on guitar. Thank you, everybody, for coming through and playing. So Exponential tomorrow in Camden, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Panorama in New York
Saturday.
the day after tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't sound, no, Saturday. Yeah.
Saturday, yeah.
And so all the dates obviously are at the website, which is thisiscloves.com. And just stay tuned as more dates are announced. The album that you played 2 songs off of, One Big Nothing, is out in September on Interscope. And I think that's all the things. I think we've paid all the bills. And I really, really do appreciate you coming through and taking the time to do this, because that was outstanding.
Of course.
So hopefully we cross paths sooner than later here in the studio again. It's an open invite. Come back and visit us again. All right. Have a great weekend. Thank you.
Of course. Thank you.